Yeah, we were waiting anxiously. We knew Barbara was kind of an indefinite thing. It was a matter of when. And the answer to that was early Sunday morning, around 3 a.m. Barbara was designated as a tropical storm. And then we still have Invest 91E and an area to watch as well out in the Eastern Pacific. So the EPAC is certainly showing off in terms of tropical season. But I'm okay with the Atlantic Basin taking a bit of a backseat for now. We'll have more details on what we can expect for the Atlantic hurricane season, at least for the month of June, coming up here in a minute. But Barbara, with the 5 a.m. advisory, 45-mile-per-hour winds moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour. Barbara is actually expected to become a hurricane. So this would be the first hurricane for the Northern Hemisphere into 2025. That's expected in the next 24 hours. So look at this, 75-mile-an-hour winds by Monday morning. That would be that hurricane designation there. It'll continue to have a little bit of room for strengthening by Monday evening, 80 miles per hour, and then it will rapidly weaken. And so a big part of that is a less favorable wind environment and also some cooler waters. So multiple things working against Barbara in its future. But for now, we get to watch and kind of see how that all unfolds over the next 24 hours. It also could have some interaction with Invest 91E. At this point, 35 miles per hour looks better on satellite presentation than it did this time yesterday. And we're still looking at a decent chance for development over the next little bit. And we also have an area to watch, which has also gone up now to 40% chance as opposed to 20, which is what we were staring at just yesterday. Now look what happens here. You've got two areas of low-level spin. That would be Barbara, which is this storm right here, and then Invest 91E, which I believe could be Cosme, if that's how you pronounce it, but Cosme, yes. So what could happen is you get a little interaction, and that is called the Fujiwara effect. Here's a couple of just key pieces of information here. It occurs when two tropical cyclones are close together, which is what we're seeing right now, and they begin to dance around each other. And so what happens is they start to almost spin around each other there. They can merge and become one stronger storm. One storm can take over, or they can both duke it out, and then they both end up losing. So at this point, it does look like they're both going to lose at the end of the day. Whether or not the Fujiwara effect, really does come to fruition, they've got the cooler waters, and so it's just not going to be conducive for them moving forward. But those are just a few examples of sort of what can happen when this type of thing does start to occur. It's not completely rare. I feel like we use this graphic once or twice every hurricane season, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have another shot at seeing a Fujiwara effect for the Atlantic Basin later down the line. But for right now, it's just that brushing up on tropical terminology right now, I guess you could say. Chance of development over the next 10 days, obviously really high here. It's already Barbara. And then you've got 91E, which also looks like it has a great chance at turning into Cosme in the next 24 hours. So, Nick, it's a lot to get to when it comes to the Eastern Pacific, still expected to be very active. And then we've got the Atlantic season that we have to catch back up on.